So we finally get the long-awaited white colorway from the collaboration between Patta and the Nike Air Max 1. Now this pair was first intended to be a friends and family pair, and we first got to see images of these last year in December, and it basically features the same characteristics as the pair that's being released today. But the only difference is that on the heel area, you have Roman Forever stitched in the center, which is an homage to Patta's co-founder Edson, his son, who unfortunately had passed away. And I think it's a beautiful thing that they dedicated this shoe to him. And I think the team at Patta realized that a lot of people were found in this colorway, so they did decide to release this pair to the public. Now this is already the 6th pair that we get in these wave releases. It began last year with the Monarch colorway, which is pretty much considered the OG, and I did a video on that pair, and I was also there for the in-store release. Followed up with the Noise Aquas, which is probably most people's favorite, and then you had the maroon pair and the black pair, and I think those two kind of went under the radar because that's when they started to switch up with the color blocking. And just a few weeks ago they came out with this dark reset pair, and now we finally get the long-awaited white and platinum gray pair. And this pair is absolutely beautiful. It comes in these different shades of white, and of course that sail midsole, and you know I'm a sucker when it comes to these colors. And this pair also low-key reminds me of the New Balance 990 V2s, the seesaw colorway. And you can obviously see the similarities between the two. They both have a sail midsole, and on the upper you have different shades of white and gray. So it is pretty dope to have these both in my collection. So these did release on August 26th through Patta online as well as in store. Now I couldn't be there for the in-store release because I had work, but it seemed like it was a big release with a lot of people lining up. I'm pretty sure some people were camping there for a day or maybe two, and they even had signs up for this release across the city, which was pretty cool to see. So I tried my luck and I tried to manually cop a pair online. So the online release for this pair was at 1 p.m. I refreshed the page, I quickly added my size to the cart. Then after you had to answer a question, which I also quickly knew the answer to. And then you had to draw a box over a cat, or in my case a plane. So I basically did everything with the quickness, and I had like a 1-minute waiting time. And also a tip for you guys that try to cop pairs manually: make sure you turn off your Wi-Fi and turn on your data, because sometimes Wi-Fi just messes up, and I feel like those small seconds are pretty crucial. And from my experience, having your data on makes the process more smooth and it's much more reliable. And so I managed to cop a pair for a retail price of 170 euros, and I believe today they also released on the sneakers app. So if you hit on this pair, let me know in the comments down below. So if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. I think we're pretty close to hitting that 4K subscribers, and make sure you leave a like underneath this video. I would greatly appreciate that, and let's hop into it.
I come and go like a rah-rah-rah. They don't want the two be going on. I'm coming back with the money in the bag. The roof is in my lap, yeah, I'm running for the cash.
So let me go ahead and show you guys the box first. It comes in this plain white box, and it has all these wordings on it in this silver finish. So on the top it says each one teach one, and then on the side of the box it says Patta and Nike, and on the other side of the box it has the initials PGLFA, which obviously stands for Patta Got Love for All, and on the other side it says Team Patta. So as we turn the box to the front, the size tag reads Nike Air Max 1 P, and the colorway reads white and pure platinum. And so I went with my true to size, which is an 8.5. So whether you have narrow or wide feet, I still recommend you to go true to size, so definitely keep that in mind. And here you have the shoes, and these are absolutely beautiful. Like I said, I know with the first one, the Monarchs, they actually came with a bracelet, and I don't know with the other releases, but with this release it doesn't come with a bracelet, but it does come with a Nike hang tag, which is pretty cool. And it also says each one teach one. So let's go ahead and hop into the details of this shoe. So on the toe box you have this gray colored mesh, which kind of has a rough texture to it in hand, and surrounding the toe box, running from the length of the shoe from the mudguard, you get this wavy pattern that comes comes in this reflective type of material. It is a pretty interesting material because when I first seen pictures of these, I thought it was patent leather, and I don't know if the shots that I'll show you guys is gonna pick it up. I have to say the material on the mudguard is pretty interesting. Ik zeg je eerlijk, ik weet niet wat voor materiaal dit is, maar als jij weet wat voor materiaal het is, laat het even weten in de comments. And it also features a mini swoosh that's stitched in on the lateral side. And so on the mid panel of the shoe, it comes in this white leather. And if you look closely, you can see that it has some type of crack pattern to it. Now on both sides of the shoe, on the lateral and on the medial side, you get this platinum gray swoosh done in this leather finish. And on the back of the shoe, you get some more of that white leather. And you have the Nike Air logo stitched in the center. Now the default laces that this pair comes with is some white laces, but you also had some extra seal laces that I went ahead and also put in this shoe. And I honestly think that the seal laces look a lot better with these, along with that seal midsole. I just think it's a perfect combination. So the whole upper sits on this faux midsole, which is painted in this cream color, just like on all the previous releases. On the bottom of the shoe, you get a combination of platinum gray and white, but as you can see, mine are already dirty because I've already worn these. And also underneath the laces, the tongue comes in the same type of material that you have on the mudguard. For me, that's the only downside of the shoe, is the fact that the tongue comes in the same type of finish as the mudguard, because this tongue feels pretty stiff and it gives off a less of a premium vibe as opposed to like a nylon tongue, because a nylon tongue like on the Monarch pair definitely feels way more comfortable than this. And on the tongue tag, it says Patta and Air Max, which is done in this silver finish. And you also have these white insoles with the Patta branding on it in gray. And that is basically it when it comes to the details of this shoe. This pair is super fire. I just had to add this pair to my collection. And when I scroll through Instagram, I don't see one negative thing being said about this pair. And that's how you know this pair is that good. So hopefully they will continue to release more colorways in this wave type of model. And hopefully this is not the last colorway that we're getting from this collab. So yeah, let me know if this is a pair that you guys will be going for, and which one of the 6 releases is your guys' favorite. My favorite is definitely the first pair, the Monarch pair. But I definitely want to hear you guys' thoughts about this overall collab in the comments down below. And I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. We're pretty close to hitting that 4K subscribers. And make sure you hit that like button down this video too. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.
I come and go like a round. They don't want the two be going on. I'm coming back with the money in the bag. The rubies in my lap, yeah, I'm running for the cash. I come and go like a round. Putting in the work like I'm way behind. Still trapping on the low, lurking in the mode like I'm running from the popo. Yeah. Remember when we did it for life? Was noticing all these frames got me trimming a knife. Always on some new thing like riding the bike. Let's do things in one setting, but I don't feel like selling for the time being. When I was young, I used to dream about the palm trees. After the summer achievements, I got a long